the books that I read recently, I decided to show you guys Clytemnestra first. Or is it Clytemnestra? Not exactly sure. But I really enjoyed this book. It is a Greek mythology retelling following the life and events of Clytemnestra and her family. And the themes that are displayed in this book include female rage, complacency, violence and revenge, brutality, ways of life, misunderstanding, and especially a morally gray main character. And reading this book really made me reflect on my own life and how the choices that I make not only affect me, but also the people around me and how those can kind of interact with each other. And I especially enjoyed, reading the story. It's not only just from Clytemnestra's perspective, but also from the people around her and what they think and how they've kind of lived their life alongside of hers, which I thought was very interesting and unique. And this book was so well written. You'd be surprised to find that this book is actually the author's first novel. It is her debut novel, which I thought was super interesting, and I heavily enjoyed all of the writing, the characters. It was just a very well written book and story. Highly recommend. The next book that I've read recently that I have enjoyed is Carrie, Soto is Back. This book is one of the best fiction books that I have read in my entire life, and it follows Carrie making a comeback in tennis, quote unquote, past her prime. The themes represented in this book include a complicated father-daughter relationship, a somewhat unlikable main character / quote unquote bitchy female character. There is sort of a redemption arc and an older woman main character, and all of these themes I feel like are pretty unique and you don't see a lot in fiction, and specifically in books that Taylor Jenkins Reid has done. It's nothing like any other work of hers, and honestly one of my favorite books of hers, and I really enjoyed reading this book. Up next, we have Gone Girl, and this physical copy that I'm showing on the screen here was gifted to me by my friend Lena for my birthday, and Gone Girl is a classic. I don't feel like I really have to explain much about what it is about, but just a little premise. It's a thriller. It's about a married couple, and in the relationship, the wife goes missing, and the story follows the progression of the missing wife and the twists and turns that come with it. It has been turned into a movie, so there is a movie adaptation. I really enjoyed both the movie and the book, and as I've been rereading the book, I've also been annotating it and just diving more deeper into the book. I decided to also play out one of my favorite scenes from the movie. So I recently read The Bodyguard. It quickly became one of my favorite romances, and in honor of that, I decided to recreate the cover. Now, I did kind of do it opposite. I did the boy on the other side and the girl on the other side, but it's me in both frames, but I think it's just fun that I did that. And Bodyguard is just a fun, cute little romance. It's a little unexpected who you think The Bodyguard is. There's a little plot twist there right in the beginning, but it's very cute, a little cheesy. There's a little, pick-me, girl-ish vibes going on, but other than that, it is a great read and I really enjoyed it. It was a pretty quick read as well. I think it's under 300 pages, so yeah, highly recommend. I truly enjoyed reading about Fizzy and Connor. There was excellent tension, banter, and romance, and honestly, I really didn't want this book to end. I love that the authors decided to make Fizzy a 30-something-year-old writer who can no longer write romance. And if you don't know, I love the single father trope, so that was a huge plus for me in this book. I wish I could go back and read this book again already for the first time. It was that good. Anyway, highly recommend. then last but certainly not least, I want to talk about the love songs of W.e.b. Du Bois. Now, originally when I went into this book, I definitely did think that it was going to be like a poetry book about poetry that W.e.b. Du Bois wrote, and I was very mistaken. This book is long and winding, but it is complete fiction and there is not that much poetry in it. It took me a while to read it, but it is so good. Once you really get into the story, Honoree Fantone Jeffers is a genius writer and is able to pull you into the lives and the family and the generations that surround this story. And I'm not usually one to like the switching of point of views, and especially I thought it would be confusing when switching between multiple generations, but Miss Jeffers made it work. And not only did she make it work, but she made me love this book and its characters. I love the book so much. I even read the acknowledgments at the end because I really didn't want the book to end. I think an author's ability to get their readers to empathize with people that don't even exist is a skill that really should be commended.
Oh.